like this more often. Gina Carano got canceled for being a conservative. Who cares?
She's been a conservative for months years now.
And you're not allowed to be conservative. And Disney will have, Chinese concentration camps with Uyghurs, and
it's a really hard turn.
Yeah,
but Gina Carano since November has been tweeting like, let's make sure that election fraud doesn't happen. Let's also she pokes fun at Democratic governors or whatever for like forcing us to wear masks. And what's next? Wearing a blindfold?
And it's a dumb take, but who cares? I mean, like
it's a dumb take, but who cares?
But why would that get you fired from your job? Is like what's interesting.
Also,
to me.
what took them so long to do it?
Well, and like that's the kind of funny thing about her getting fired is it's like, okay, so again, like you filmed Mulan next to a Uyghur concentration camp in China, and then in the credits you thank the CCP official that allowed you to film there.
Yeah.
So like you guys, Disney does not have morals. But the second a dumb comparison about anything Jewish related gets mentioned,
right,
out.
Yeah.
So like
it was a dumb comparison, but like
dumb basic. But again,
of course it was just like
and like her like I have the general take. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like her take was basically like, to paraphrase it wasn't even like what she wrote. It was like something she posted on her story that was like, so basically just saying like, how is the persecution of Jews before the Holocaust any different than the persecution of people with different ideas,
political views?
Yeah,
because I think the point is like your neighbors were the ones that were killing you as a Jewish person in Germany. So your neighbors are now attacking you for being politically different.
Right. And like what would have been much more effective by Disney would have been like, this take is dumb. We're not going to fire you. But like, this is like a dumb comparison, dumb take. Like, so, but now by firing her, they've proved her point. So,
yeah.
Okay. So it just makes her more powerful. So I don't get it. Yeah. I don't get why they did it. So that happened. Who cares? She'll get work, whatever. But it was dumb. I don't think she should have been fired. I think she's allowed to have different opinions, even if they're dumb. But this is the way that Hollywood works. It's all about fucking image. They have no morals, no character, and it's a mixture of fucking either excusing Chinese concentration camps or having sex with children. This is Hollywood. This is what they do. So that's that. And then the other one is Rush Limbaugh died. Rest in piss, you stupid fat faggot. You made my gay life hell in the 90s and the 2000s with your stupid cultural conservatism that you did not really even care about. But I said in a tweet that I simultaneously am sort of amiss now that he's dead, because I feel like the greatest movie villain of my lifetime is now dead. And I don't know what to do with myself. So
it's like if Eggman died, or if who was the other one, or if Azula died halfway through season 3 instead of the ending how it did. If you haven't seen Avatar, go watch it.
Yeah, it's really
good. It's as if like the person villains are funny. I love villain theory a little bit, because like villains are like, you grow to need them.
Right. Well, agreed, because there's no there's, I mean, like, look at the media now that they don't have Trump to be the villain anymore. Yeah. They don't know what the fuck to do with themselves.
That's exactly it.
I mean, like,
the evil is defeated, but now what?
But now what? And it's like,
the world still sucks.
Like, I mean, now, like, especially like when you've been, working, like, using all your energy to defeat this villain with merit or not, I think largely without merit, you now are left with yourself. And yourself is like a piece of shit. So, and Matt Matt says that she's directing her own movie now. Apparently Ben Shapiro hired her, which I'm not impressed with, because it's going to be some fucking How Jesus Saved Christmas movie, or How Jew Jesus Saved Christmas, whatever Ben wants to make. I don't know. It's going to suck. It's not going to be nearly.
What is that?
Conservatives cannot
True
make
Cinema.
Yeah, the one that Kevin Sorbo does or whatever.
Yeah.
Like or what's his name, the kid actor that now is like a hardcore evangelical. The problem is that like, it's kind of like how the left can't meme now because Trump broke their brain. Like, it's not. I think the misconception is that conservatives are making the funny memes, but it's not.
No.
It's disaffected people like you and I who are black-pilled and think the world is going to end any day now.
Yeah.
And so we're like, fuck it, we'll throw some dumb shit out there. And so conservative media makes a mistake of thinking like, well, she got fired from this, so she's going to be now an interesting. But it's going to be just some fun, like dumb, straight down the line conservative movie about like with the moral about family values or having a kid or some dumb shit, and it's going to be boring and dumb. So like, I mean, her career as anything that was interesting is over essentially, because unfortunately cultural liberals who have no morals and really only care about image are the ones that are controlling all of our discourse regarding anything in the zeitgeist that's related to pop culture. So
and we force these dumb, simple conservative people into corners where they can only be that one thing. It's what happened with fucking
Candace Owens. Yeah.
Exactly. It happened with that stupid bitch.
Lauren
and
Chen's another one. Like there's like a bunch of
Exactly.
YouTubers I found like when like there was kind of this excesses of the left that were like I felt like nobody was allowed to talk about, and these like voices came out that got kind of popular on YouTube, and they were talking about it and kind of going against it, like feminism too, like some of the excesses of that, and then many of them, about like 70%, just started working for the Blaze, and they're like, I'm a traditional family person who's pro-life, and you're like, you weren't this before, but now you have found that this lane is a more monetarily successful grift, and so you're willing to kind of go down that lane, and it's so disappointing.
We corner these people, and they fall for it because it's
Kirk Cameron. Thank you,
Kirk Cameron.
Brian, yeah.
They fall for it because they're they think simply. It's not that they are simple. It's just they think simply.
Or they're smart. I mean, like, or there's yeah. Oh, you mean the audience that watches this stuff?
No, the people.
I think they're smart. I think they're smart, but they have no morals. So like they're willing to
there
be.
You go. Yeah.
They're willing to be whatever. I mean, like Candace Owens is fucking brilliant, even though I think she's kind of a sociopath. So like I think that she's willing to do whatever it takes to find money, and like for her, it's being every conservative's best black friend, even though that they don't really like, they would throw her under the bus if there was like a race war. You know what I mean? Like she's not like, but she's willing to kind of play this role. But she's smart enough to know that this is her role. But like, and I kind of respect her for being so cutthroat and so sociopathic about it, because I couldn't do it. I could not pretend to be something I'm not. But I do not believe for a fucking second that she's as conservative as she claims to be, because literally 11 months ago she was a liberal. Like not that recently, but like pretty close to being that recent. And like to make that hard shift where you literally go from one extreme to the other immediately, unless you were just following the money, and she's a genius, which I think that she is, even though it's not an endorsement of her. I just think that she is a very annoyingly intelligent person,
skillful grifter.
Yes. And then that's all of it, right? Wrestling.
I think that's everything.
You stupid asshole. Yeah.
Maybe there was one other thing. There was actually in the note. You said Meatball Cuomo.
Oh yeah, so I actually put up an article to kind of explain it, but like the FBI is now investigating Meatball.
And thank goodness, because we've been saying this for months. FBI U.S. Attorney investigating Cuomo's handling of the New York nursing homes during COVID-19. FBI have reportedly opened an investigation into Governor Andrew Cuomo's handling of nursing homes amid the pandemic. Excuse me. The probe, revealed by the Times-Union, is examining the actions by some senior members of Cuomo's coronavirus task force related to the nursing homes and other long-term care facilities. The administration faced fierce criticism for a since rescinded March 25th, so early in the pandemic, state health department directive ordering nursing homes to admit infected patients being discharged from hospitals. Critics have argued the health department order contributed to the state's high nursing home death toll, along with the spread of the virus. The controversy was heightened last month when Letitia James, Attorney General, released a damning report saying the state likely undercounted the nursing home COVID-19 death toll by more than 50%.
So
there's one more thing I want to say about this, not from the article.
Okay.
Also, he added legal immunity to for-profit nursing homes. So that they could not be sued for their admitting of COVID-positive patients or nursing home residents.
And I don't think this would have been any kind of a scandal that like even the left can't ignore if he hadn't written a book about how great his response was during this. You were the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, people could people would argue like Rob DeSantis has been worse, but like, no judgment in either direction on what Florida chose to do, but their numbers are not horrific,
right.
But like New York did, like everything is draconian in California, and like this was the way that he chose to do it, and wrote a book about himself, got his, had this weird televised incestual relationship with his brother where they just sucked each other's Guido cocks. I mean, like, this dude has been such a fucking performer. Like, he won an Emmy. He won an Emmy for his fucking TV performance about this. And so it's like, burn in hell, bitch. Like, you suck, dude. And like, you failed at every metric. Like, and again, maybe making this decision was something where you had bad information, right? But I don't get why people can't admit, like, nobody knew what the fuck was going on. like New York, we are the fucking travel hub of the country for international flights.
So why on earth would you make this decision? If you don't know enough, why would you do this?
Again, like, I mean, maybe he had it on good authority that this was the right thing to do, right? Or for whatever reason. But he was so self-congratulatory and so smug and shitty about it, which is why everyone's like, oh yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, you stupid asshole. And the great part is I don't think that the Cuomos will be in politics anymore after this.
I hope not.
And I mean, truly, like, this is like buried him. And so... But it was like we talked about it before, like the Cuomo sexual episode we did, like this media fawning and like fucking daddy fetish people had over this fucking dumb Guido asshole. Like, it was so weird. And like, even like us at the time, we were like, what has he actually accomplished? Because it seems like he's doing a pretty shit job, like Newsom here. And sure enough, like, shit job. So
yep,
meatball on the way up.